Hello, and welcome back. Today, I want to start with a question that I think hits home for, well, almost everyone listening. It's a bit of a painful one.
Yeah.
Do you translate everything in your head before you speak?
Oh, that is the classic struggle.
It really is. I'm talking about that specific moment. Let's call it the freeze. You're in a conversation. Someone asks you a question in English. You hear it, but your brain instantly snaps back to your native language to decode it.
Right.
Then you formulate your smart, funny answer in your native language, and then comes the hard part. You have to translate that answer word by word back into English.
And by the time you've done all that heavy lifting, the other person is already looking at their watch or ordering their second coffee.
Yeah.
The moment is just, it's gone.
Exactly. It makes you feel slow. It makes you feel, and I hate this word, but it's true. It makes you feel unintelligent.
Yeah.
But you are intelligent. You just have this lag in the system. So today we're doing a deep dive into this specific problem. How do we stop that mental translation? How do we get the brain to just think in English?
It is the million-dollar question. But before we get to the how, I want to offer a little bit of reassurance to everyone listening. If you are translating in your head, it does not mean you are bad at languages. It's actually a safety mechanism.
A safety mechanism.
Yes. Think about it. Your brain loves patterns, and it loves safety. Your native language is the safest place it knows. When you hear a foreign sound, your brain's immediate reaction is to map it onto something it already understands.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is trying to help you. It's just that in this context, that help is actually a hindrance.
It's like an overprotective parent that won't let you walk on your own.
That is a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
And we have a term for what happens when you rely on that parent too much. We call it double translation. One of the sources we looked at breaks this down really well.
So this was the part that made me realize why I get so exhausted when I speak a second language.
It is pure mathematics. If you are a native speaker, the process is simple. Input, then understanding, one step. But if you are translating, the process is, well, it's input, translate to native, understand, think of an answer in native, translate to English, output. That is 5 or 6 steps.
You are doing 6 times the cognitive work for the exact same result. No wonder we get headaches.
Exactly. You are running a marathon while everyone else is just taking a walk. So the mission today is not just to learn new words. It is to change the operating system. We need to burn the bridge that connects English to your native language and build a direct line between the English word and the concept itself.
Burn the bridge, that sounds dramatic.
It has to be. We want to reach a point where you see a red octagon at an intersection and the word stop appears in your mind instantly.
Right.
You don't see the sign, think of the word in your language, and then translate it. You just know.
Okay, so we want to move from translating to knowing. And we have gathered 5 very specific practical methods from our research to help you do this. And I have to say, looking at this list, some of these seem deceptively simple.
They are simple, but they are not easy. There is a difference.
Fair point. Let's look at method number 1. This is about naming your environment.
This is the foundation. If you cannot think in English about the physical objects right in front of your face, you will never be able to think in English about abstract concepts like politics or love.
So we need to lower the bar.
We need to start with concrete nouns. The strategy here is to label your environment. But here is the trick. It is not just about knowing the vocabulary. It is about speed.
Speed?
Yes. When you look at a lamp, your brain wants to scream the word lamp in your native language.
Yeah.
You have to beat it. You have to force the English word to get to the front of the line first. It is a race.
Okay, I like that. It's a reflex game. Let's try it right now. I want everyone listening to look away from their phone or computer. Look at your room.
Don't try to make sentences yet. Just name the objects fast.
Table.
Window.
Floor.
Pen.
Did you feel that for a split second, did your brain try to use your native language?
That little hesitation is what we are fighting. The goal is to look at the object and have the English label attached to it immediately, like a sticky note.
Let's try a specific one. Look at the closest chair to you, or imagine one.
Don't say the word in your language. Just see the object. Now say this with me. This is a chair.
That's a chair.
Now let's add one attribute.
Yeah.
We're going to layer it. Say the chair is comfortable, or the chair is hard.
The chair is comfortable.
What we are doing here is creating a direct visual link. Visual input equals English output. No middleman.
It feels like such a small step, but if you do this 50 times a day, those pathways must get stronger.
They do. It's neuroplasticity in action. You are physically changing how your brain retrieves information. But nouns are easy. The real challenge is the voice inside your head.
Which brings us to method number 2, the inner voice. This is the one that scares me a little.
Why does it scare you?
Because my inner voice is me. It's my personality. It chats away all day in my native language, complaining about the weather, wondering what to eat, stressing about emails. If I change the language of that voice, do I lose a bit of myself?
That is a deep philosophical question. And the answer is maybe a little bit, but you also gain a new version of yourself, a version that is confident in English.
Okay, so how do we hijack this internal monologue? Because mine never shuts up.
We start with the boring stuff. We don't try to debate philosophy internally. We narrate the mundane, physical actions of our day. One of the guides calls this narrating your life.
So I'm basically becoming a sports commentator for my own breakfast.
Exactly. He walks to the fridge, he opens the door, he takes out the milk.
It feels a bit ridiculous.
It feels ridiculous because you are not used to it. But think about the benefit. You are practicing sentence structure, subject, verb, object in a low-stress environment. Nobody is listening. You can't get embarrassed.
That's true. It's a safe space.
And it forces you to use the present continuous tense. I am walking. I am drinking. This is crucial because it grounds you in the now. You aren't remembering the past or planning the future. You are describing the immediate reality.
Let's try to simulate this. Listeners, imagine you are in your kitchen tomorrow morning. You are tired. You want coffee.
Don't think about the coffee in your language.
Yeah.
Narrate the action. Say this out loud. I am making coffee.
I am making coffee.
Now imagine you are brushing your teeth. Say it.
I am brushing my teeth.
It's simple, but if you do this for 10 minutes every morning, you have effectively practiced English for 10 minutes before you even left the house, and you did it without a textbook.
I love that. It turns dead time into training time. Okay, moving on to method number 3. This one is called shadowing. Now, I have to stop you here. I hear about shadowing all the time, and usually people just think it means repeat after me.
You are right. Most people do it wrong. They treat it like a dictation test. They listen, they pause the audio, and then they repeat the words in a flat, robotic voice. That is not shadowing. That is just repetition.
So what is real shadowing?
Real shadowing is acting. It is about the rhythm, the melody, the emotion, and the speed. You are not waiting for the speaker to stop. You are speaking almost at the same time as them. Like you are a shadow following their footsteps.
Oh, so it's like singing along to a song on the radio.
Perfect example. When you sing along to your favorite song, do you translate the lyrics in your head?
No, I just ride the melody.
Exactly. The melody carries you. You bypass the logical, analytical part of your brain, the part that wants to translate grammar rules, and you engage the musical, rhythmic part. You have to copy the emotion.
So if the speaker sounds angry, I should sound angry.
Yes. If they sigh, you sigh. If they whisper, you whisper. You need to physically shape your mouth and your breath to match theirs.
That sounds exhausting, but I can see why it works. You don't have time to translate.
You literally do not have the time. If you stop to translate subject-verb agreement, you have lost the rhythm. It forces you into that direct connection state we talked about earlier.
Let's try a quick experiment with this. You're the expert here. Give us a phrase, say it with a specific emotion, and we have to copy the sound, not just the words.
Okay, I'm going to say this quickly and casually, like a native speaker who is a bit bored. The phrase is, the weather is nice today.
Okay, listeners, don't analyze the grammar. Listen to the music of the sentence.
The weather's nice today.
Did you hear that? He didn't say the weather is. He said the weather's.
Try to match my sigh at the end. The weather's nice today.
The weather's nice today.
When you do that, you are learning that weathers is a sound. You aren't stitching two words together. You are learning a chunk of sound that has meaning.
That is a huge shift. You stop being a carpenter building sentences from wood, and you become a musician playing a song.
I like that metaphor. And that connects directly to method number 4, word association, or rather image association.
This is about how we store vocabulary, right?
Yes. Most learners have a translation dictionary in their head. They have the entry for cat, and next to it, the word for cat in their native language.
Guilty. It's like a spreadsheet in my brain.
We need to delete the spreadsheet. We want to connect the English word directly to a sensation, an image, or a feeling. Our sources talk about this regarding sensory words.
Can you give us a concrete example?
Let's take the word soft. If I say soft, don't think of the translation. I want you to imagine touching a kitten or a really expensive blanket.
Okay, I can feel that texture in my mind.
That sensation, that physical feeling in your fingertips. That is the meaning of soft, not the word in your native language.
So we are attaching the English label to the physical reality.
Exactly. Let's try a more stressful one. Let's try the word late.
Ooh, I hate that word.
Don't translate it. Instead, close your eyes. Feel your heart beating fast. Imagine looking at your watch. Imagine seeing the bus drive away without you. That panic, that is late.
It's visceral.
It has to be. Our brains are designed to remember feelings and images much better than abstract text. If you connect a word to a strong emotion, you will never forget it.
Let's practice this with a sentence. I want everyone to summon a specific feeling. Imagine you just finished a long run or a really hard day at work. Your body feels heavy, you just want to collapse on the sofa.
Hold that feeling. Now say this with me. I am exhausted.
I am exhausted.
Did you feel the weight in the word exhausted?
I did. It felt heavy coming out of my mouth.
That is thinking in English. You bypassed the dictionary and went straight to the experience.
Okay, we have one final method. Method number 5. This one is a bit more technical, but I think it's the safety net removal we need. The monolingual dictionary switch.
This is the scary one for a lot of people. The advice across our deep dive materials is that you stop using English to native dictionaries completely.
Cold turkey.
Cold turkey. Switch to a monolingual dictionary. English to English.
But here is the fear. What if I look up a word I don't know and the definition has 3 more words I don't know? Then I fall down a rabbit hole of confusion.
That is a valid fear. It happens. But most modern learners' dictionaries are designed to define complex words using a very small set of simple words.
So they keep it simple on purpose.
Yes. Let's look at the benefit. When you use a bilingual dictionary, you leave the English zone, you check the meaning, your brain switches to your native language to understand it, and then you have to switch back. It breaks your flow.
It's like stepping out of the gym to eat a donut and then trying to go back to working out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you look up a word in English, you stay in the gym. You are solving an English problem using English tools.
Let's simulate this. Let's define a simple word just to prove it's not scary. How would you define huge?
I wouldn't translate it. I would simply say huge means very, very big.
Very, very big. Everyone knows those words.
Right. So you learned huge by connecting it to big. You build a web of connections inside the English language. That is how native speakers learn. We don't translate. We just link new words to old words.
And that web is what eventually creates fluency. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. We have the 5 methods.
Let's recap them quickly. Number 1, label your environment. Direct visual connection. Number 2, narrate your day. Hijack your inner voice for simple tasks. Number 3, shadowing. Copy the music and emotion to bypass grammar. Number 4, image association. Connects words to feelings, not translations. And number 5, monolingual dictionaries. Stay in the English zone.
It's a solid toolkit, but I have to ask, this sounds like a lot of work. Is it really possible for an adult to rewire their brain like this? Or are we just hoping for the best?
It is absolutely possible, but, and this is a big but, it requires consistency over intensity. You cannot do this for 5 hours on Sunday and expect results. You have to do it for 5 minutes every single day.
It's the consistency that builds the habit.
Exactly. It is a gentle training. You're nudging your brain into a new path day by day.
So to help our listeners start that nudging process, we have a challenge.
The 7-day challenge.
Here's what we want you to do. Pick one specific time of day. It could be when you're making coffee, walking the dog, or taking a shower. Just 2 minutes.
Set a timer if you have to.
For those 2 minutes, I want you to narrate exactly what is happening. The water is hot. I am opening the shampoo. The dog is sniffing the grass.
Keep it simple. Don't try to be Shakespeare. Just describe the reality.
If you do this for 7 days, something strange will happen. On day 8, when you walk into the shower or pick up the dog leash, your brain will automatically switch to English. You won't even have to ask it to.
You will have built a trigger. And that is the first step to fluency.
I love that idea, building triggers in your daily life.
And let's leave our listeners with one final thought. If you change your inner voice to English, even for just a few minutes a day, you might notice that you think slightly differently. You might be a little more direct or a little more polite or a little more logical.
That is fascinating. It's like discovering a new room in your own house that you didn't know was there.
Exactly. So go explore that room.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today. Good luck with your thinking.
See you next time.